We make a distinction between spirituality and religion. How does that difference play out for you in clinical practice?
I will have a number of people say to me, I'm not religious, but I'm spiritual. There are lots of different ways. I've even done a workshop about different ways we express our religious faith, our spirituality. One of those popular in America is sort of a theme of, I'm into whatever I can get my mind into and my heart into. And they don't say, I'm exclusively Christian, I'm exclusively something else. Many people do. I am this, but not this. And that's okay. What matters to me as a chaplain is that there's this wide range of spiritual experience. And when I talk about the spiritual, I'm talking about what they have experienced and what holds meaning for them. Religion I think of as a formal way to try to recapture experiences that have been held and happened in the past. And so we do the same things again. Lord's Supper. We want to experience that again. And those kinds of things can be very meaningful. When I leave here today, I'm going to call one of the parishes and ask them to go by and anoint somebody. A lifelong Catholic, very devout, and it means a lot to her. Means a lot to her. And we want to help provide that. For some folks who are have some dementia or have Alzheimer's, lots of times the only prayer I will use with them might be the Lord's Prayer because it's familiar. And some of these folks who can't hold a thought and get a complete sentence out can say portions of the Lord's Prayer. And it's kind of, I'm using what is part of their religious past to help them with some meaning in the present. And that kind of blends the religion and the spirituality part. It's also respecting people and some of the things they've done. When I was a pastor, somebody would say, oh, I don't want to go to church so much. I get more from just being out behind the barn in the woods and enjoying that. And I've come really to respect that more than I did as a pastor. Again, I needed them to do something for me, and now I don't need that. I remember sitting with a Native American one day who had throat cancer, couldn't talk, and we sat side by side, much like this, and just looked out at this land where he grew up and spent all of his life, just trying to listen to him with my heart. And after really 30 minutes, saying to him, you know, my sense is that you're really at peace with dying, but you also carry a deep sadness for leaving all this. And he simply nodded. Well, I think that's a deeply spiritual moment. I don't know of many religions that would practice that sitting side by side, though some would have something like that. But it's, I think of the spiritual as what is giving this person's life meaning. And I may ask that question sometimes, or phrase it in some way, or as I listen to them tell some of their story, I will simply point out, well, that sounds like it was very meaningful to you, and they will nod, and then they'll go on. So those are the kinds of differences I see.
Great.